Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I have 3 polishers here that I want to review, brand new ones from a new tool company called Barjack Tools. And we're going to start with the Rotary polisher today, and then we'll do the 21 mil and then the 15 mil polisher that has to do with the throw. I'll go over all of that. And when we get to the 15, I'm going to tear it down, and we're going to see how the internals are put together, see what this thing is made of. That's the most important part to me. When I see the internals of these, I know exactly how they're made. Let me give you an example really quick. When we tear this down, these are the exact things that I will be looking for amongst many others to be able to tell if this is a quality build for a polisher. Number 1, I'm going to be looking for a directional fan for optimal cooling. I'm going to be looking for nice clean laminations right here. These are field windings right here, and I want to see a coating on the field winders, a protective coating. I don't want to see the windings bare. I also want to see an epoxy where the field windings come together and meet the commutator here. That's very important because with all the vibration and the spinning, some of the polishers I tear down that do not have the epoxy, these field windings can come loose and fray and short the polisher. And then we'll take a look at the commutator itself, a nice clean commutator. And then also we want to look for bearings, and you want to see Japanese bearings, not the cheap Chinese bearings. And there are many other things to look for. The gears, the pinion gear and the ring gear, and then also how the motherboard and wiring is put together down at the business end of the polisher near the trigger. So those are the things we will be looking for. But first, we're going to do an unboxing so I can show kind of what package is put together for these polishers. The details of the polishers, show the polisher, and then have you give me a little bit of an idea of, there are many influences with this. This is a tool put together from a detailer, and there are many influences with shape and feel and ergonomics that come from many different types of polishers. So this is going to be a custom polisher put together here, and we'll see how it performs. Let's get started. All right, out of the box, you get the Rotary polisher itself. And looking at the side profile already, I'd like you to, down in the comments section, let me know what influences of other polishers you see. I see 3 so far. So you get the polisher, you get the backing plate, you get the side handle for either side, you also get the instruction manual, and this is corded. So you do get extra brushes to put in there, so that's great. And the soft thermal plastic cord here, we'll go over that, and the pigtail is unique as well. This is a custom polisher. And corded at first, I'm not sure if or when they are going to be battery operated, but when I get that information, I'll let you know. All right, let me give you some more and more details and take a closer and closer look at this thing before I fire it up and show you how it performs real time. So it is a 120 volt, it has a 6-inch backing plate with a 5/8 thread for the backing plate. The cord is 3 meters long. That's the soft thermoplastic cord, not the real rough stuff that scratches if it gets, just gets near paint. 1200 watt precision power motor and 600 to 3000 RPM no load speed. The speed dial controls RPM for different speed and variety of polish needs, and the powerful motor delivers instant and consistent power for easy paint correction. And yeah, Rotary is the best way to go when it comes to paint correction, cut or finish. On the platypus head here, we have carbon fiber design up top, and down below an ergonomic and anti-slip soft rubber foregrip. The backing plate bevel gives you a nice soft ride across the panel when teamed up with your favorite pads. I did cover all of the Barjack pads. I'll try to put a link somewhere so you can revert back to those and see what types of pads you can team up with these polishers. They will not be making correction fluids, guys. It's a tool-only company, and these will be the only tools for detailing. They will stretch out into all different types of tools like lifts and compressors and vacs and you name it. Any type of machine or tool you can think of, they will be getting into eventually. Two-sided side accessible speed control, so on both sides you can access depending on if you're left-handed or right-handed. And I don't know if you can hear that. Nice tactile feedback with the dial so you know where you are at without even having to look at it if you memorize the dial. Down here we have a trigger switch, and on this side we do have the lock button as well. The power cord or pigtail, take a look at that. Swivel, very nice. So that saves your cord, and that saves on the cord pulling your wires from the electronics up here. Very nice. We have two vents on the machine, actually three. So up top here, that's going to be a vent for the gear housing is right inside, and we'll see that when we tear it down. Then there's a vent that draws air in from this vent here through the motor to keep it cool, and then out these vents, and they are on both sides, as you can see here. They're there. So again, it gets drawn in, and there's a screen and filter up through the motor and then out these side vents right here. There is a rubber support on the top so you can lay your polisher upside down without it tipping over or scuffing up your carbon fiber platypus grip. The handle here can go on either side depending on what, if you're left-handed or right-handed. All you do is take out this plastic cap, and we will do that when we tear them down, on either side, and then this could either go on the left or the right side. I like it without the handle personally, so I'm going to keep it off, put this to the side. I just like to use and guide it from the handle up front here. Okay, let's look at some dimensions here. 3 meter or just under 10-foot cord. The polisher itself, and these dimensions may help if you're trying to pick out a polisher for a certain job, whether it can fit in tight areas or fit in areas on the particular job you're working on. So these are important. So from the pigtail to the front, we have 17 inches. We're looking at about 4 inches wide on the casing itself, and then from clearance is important. So from the top of the polisher down to the base of the backing plate, you're looking at 5 inches, and then down around the trigger at the widest part where the motor is, you're looking at 3.5 inches, and then 1.5 inches at the grip. The grip itself is 4.5 inches long. We'll switch over to the smaller measurement of mils when we talk about the dial and also the trigger. So that tactile feedback comes back on a 37.4 mil dial. The trigger itself is a nice soft rubber at 56 mils long and also 15 wide. For those that want to know about the grip, so 38 mils for the grip, and it's, for me, I have skinny, but long fingers. It feels like a nice grip so far, and a nice thick trigger here. I can't wait to demonstrate this on the hood for you. Let's take a look at weight. That could be very important. And we'll compare it to another rotary. See if I can get it to, there we go. I have it balanced on there. As you can see, it's not touching the hood. And we are at just a little over 5 pounds. This is a little lighter than most of the polishers out there. This is a Drill Master. Let's see if I can get this one to. So this is a pound heavier. So those that have some troubled shoulders or elbows, or just do not like heavy polishers, this may be something to consider. Let's keep going with the review. So let me fire this thing up for you. So this has a soft start, meaning when you pull a trigger, it's not going to instantly convert all that torque and give power to the pad and backing plate. It's going to start off softly. It's going to give you a little bit of time. It's going to give you time to adjust so it doesn't go flying around, skipping away, and going out of control. And this is what I mean. Squeeze, and it has a hesitation. It's a soft start. Let me give you an example. Soft start. Instant start. And all of the Barjack polishers are soft start. So let's go through the paces. Start off on the first speed. I can't wait. 5, 6. So 6 speeds, it feels so, you can't even feel it in your hands. Now, is it a lot noisier than an older polisher like the Drill Master? Which also has 6 speeds. Let's find out. I do have an instrument here. It's not, guys, it's not, this thing isn't scientific, but it'll give you an idea. It gets close enough. Okay, so both on the 6th speed setting. Topping out there at about 100, pretty darn close. For the old Drill Master. Topping out at 105, so we have a smoother, quieter unit right here. Let me show you the polisher in action and how it performs with a pad attached. Let's find a... All right, that's corrected. This has a lot going on from the hood being thrown around. Sand marks, buffer marks, scratches, swirls, all kinds of damage. All right, so we will tape off that section right there and see how good we can make that, that little corner look with the rotary polisher. I'm going to team this rotary up with the Barjack natural lamb's wool pad, low lint pad. Very thick, plush, very effective. And we'll have these two team up with 3D ACA 500, which is perfect for a wool pad. First, we want to prime the wool. Then we'll add some more product. And get my microfiber ready to go here. Let's get to work on this corner. Spread out the polish. I like to go between the 3rd and the 4th speed setting. All right, so let's start up here. We'll do 2 passes. So let me give you some quick tips here. When I'm coming up to a peak or a body line, I'm going to come up to it and I'm going to stop right there at the edge. And then I'll go back. And then I'll go back. See how I'm not riding the peak of that edge? In other words, I don't have the polisher right on the peak where it has a chance to burn through. I'm going to come right up to the edge and stop, and I'm going to come on the other side and do the same thing. Come up that valley and stop right at the peak. And tilt the polisher where it's needed. Same thing over here. Come up to the peak, but not balance the polisher or the pad on the peak where there's a chance to go through. Okay, so the demonstration was not on a simple flat panel. I demonstrated with curves and peaks, and I showed you how to attack them. So again, come up to the edge, go back, come up to the edge, and then go back and forth, and then come on the other side of this peak, go up to it, go up to it, go up to it, and then go back and forth. And you have all that corrected on either side without shaving any clear coat off of the tips, peaks, tops of the body lines, and you just continue that process. Come up to the edge, come up to the edge, come up to the edge, go back and forth, hit the other side, go up to the edge, back and forth, hit the other side, and you are done with that section. Hope if that makes sense. If you want me to, let me know down in the comment section if you want me to do a dedicated video on how I attack different shapes and peaks and body lines on a vehicle. Anyways, let me come in to show you where we're at this step. Using the rotary and a wool pad, we will have to finish down. There's no ifs and ands and buts about it. There will be a little bit of hazing here and there. I got to tell you, this thing felt incredibly smooth and quiet and comfortable doing all those flat areas, peaks, valleys. Just fun to work with. Let me bring you in. So just about everything I pointed out has been shaved off, except for nicks and goonies where stuff was flying. Let me get a hit right here too. So I don't know if that damage that was wherever it was may have been part of the accident, but it removed really all of the deep stuff, which is what it's meant to do. Let me use another polisher and finish it down, get rid of the hazing, get rid of the tape, and we'll see what this section looks like compared to the rest of the hood. Just give me a quick few seconds. So very quickly, without chasing after anything, look at the difference we made. That metallic blue really shining through again. Huge difference with very little effort at all using the Barjack Rotary. Now I'm going to do a video showing how to cut and finish. I didn't get to finish waffle pad out that I love for the Rotary. So I'll do a dedicated video to show how to cut and finish with the Rotary. But this is just a review of the tool itself, and so far I absolutely love it. My friends, don't forget there's so many ways to utilize the Rotary Polisher. You can put an extension on it and get some really skinny, tight to reach or hard to reach areas. This is a 6-inch backing plate. You can get 5-inch, you can get 3-inch, you can get 4-inch. You can use the mini extension Rotary polishers, and they have many different types of tips and pads to put on them. I will include all of this stuff in the dedicated video for how to use the Rotary Polisher. It's time to refresh. We have some new subscribers, new family members, so it's time to refresh again anyway, so I'll use the Barjack tool for that video. All right, that's going to wrap up the introductory video. You're going to see this doing work in many videos, so don't worry. You're going to see this doing some real-world work on cars that come through with trashed finishes, and I'll do a dedicated video showing how to utilize it, how to use it, best way to use it on different shapes and contours and body lines on vehicles, and different things you can team up with this polisher to utilize it and get the most out of it. I'm absolutely loving this thing. This is like the Cadillac compared to what I have right now when it comes to Rotary polishers. And at the beginning, I did ask, what influences do you see in these polishers, especially this one so far, that you can pick from other tools out there like DeWalt, Makita, Rupes, Max Shine, ShineMate? Do you see any influences? I do. And I'll share mine in the next video where we take care of the 21mm polisher, and then we'll take a look at the 15 and we'll tear that one down to every last nut and bolt, and I'll show you how it's made. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. If you have anything to add, any questions, down in the comment section. I'll catch you in the next video.